solved the monster under the bed problem by just sleeping on the floor. Yeah, because hi. Welcome to another episode of a Starter and a Chaser podcast. I am John Passow.
I'm Eric Chmielewski, also known as Chem, and I'm filling in for Joe Clarke again. So thanks for having me on again,
No
John.
problem.
And,
Thanks for
Joe.
filling in. Thanks for filling in. And today is actually a follow-up episode to one that Joe and I originally had done. It is Whiskey Del Bac. But this time, we are reviewing their classic. Now, for those that didn't watch the original episode, Whiskey Del Bac is based out of Tucson, Arizona. Ever been to Arizona?
Oh, yeah. 4 or 5 times.
Okay.
I've been to Tucson, sure.
Yeah, Tucson's great. I've been to Queens Creek. My uncle Kurt and his family is out in Tucson and Queens Creek. But this is in Tucson, and they started back in 2011. Stephen Paul and his daughter Amanda started the company, and they are an all-American single malt. Now, everybody knows of single malt from Scotland. There's a big movement in America where a lot of distilleries are doing single malts.
Single malt whiskeys now.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they malt their own barley and distill it in a 500-gallon pot still.
And is that kind of typical for a lot of distilleries to malt their own barley, or is that not something that too many places do, or what's the deal with that?
In America, there's a growing number of distilleries that are malting their own barley to get kind of more of a even more local feel to it, and also to have a little bit more quality control over the ingredients. But the vast majority of distilleries purchase it in bulk, pre-malted, or just with the bulk grains for distilling.
Okay.
Good question. Good question. You want to tell the folks about the classic that we're going to be reviewing today?
It's 90 proof. It's 100% malted barley. It's an unmesquiteed single malt, unlike I think a different product of theirs.
Yeah, they're Dorado, which they mesquite smoke instead of peat smoke. They use mesquite wood.
Okay.
On that one.
And it got 93 points on a Wine Enthusiast, which I guess a wine website or magazine reviews whiskeys.
Yeah, they
cool,
pretty much
okay.
do everything, all the wines and spirits. They even dabble into beers.
Okay.
Wine Enthusiast. Cool. But let's give a nose in this one. Beautiful color on this.
Oh yeah,
that's like a what
nice dark gold copper.
It's not quite copper, but yeah, dark gold is a good one. Hint of amber on the edges, and this is
got some nice legs on it. Yeah,
wow.
Look at those legs.
Yeah. Oh, on the whiskey. I'm sorry. What do you get?
Caramel malts, definitely some stone fruits, maybe a little bit of like peach even, some baking spices, and of course some wood, oak notes. So yeah.
Well, this is actually one of 4 products that they have. They've got the Classic, the Dorado, the Distiller's Cut, which I think is coming out pretty soon here in spring, and then the Old Pueblo, which is their white dog, basically.
Okay.
So, shall we dive in?
Yes. Cheers.
Prost. Caramel.
Right up front.
I get
note, yeah.
Spice.
A baking spice comes right out for me.
Okay. What are you picking up? Sorry. Baking spice. What? I'm going to go back for a second.
Yeah, a little bit more spice that second time. The spice profile definitely up a notch with that second sip for me.
Clove, peppercorn is kind of the 2 combo that I'm getting for the spices.
Oh,
but I get that earthy note to it. A little bit of leather. This is kind of
leathery, tobacco-y a little bit.
Yeah, this is kind of like if it was a wine, I would, because we're going to go with the Wine Enthusiast. If it was a wine, I would kind of give it kind of like this old world feel to it, like a Bordeaux would, with that earth and leather.
Maybe even port a little bit. Almost, not quite. Almost.
No,
maybe.
Port is a little too sweet. A little. I mean, you get darkness, but you don't get that earthiness.
That's what reminded me of port was kind of the
dark,
sort of the darker fruit notes and the spices that I feel this has. At least that's what I'm getting. So yeah,
this is a thick, heavy drink. I mean, it lingers on the palate. I mean, it's weighty.
Like coats the inside of the mouth.
Yeah, yeah.
pretty
It's
nicely.
not light. It's got a nice long finish to it.
Thick mouth feel. Mm-hmm.
Caramel really builds the more you sip this.
It's like,
And I'm getting molasses now.
and I'm getting like the body's kind of like bread-like. In that sense, it reminds me of maybe like a Belgian quad. Like something about like the
Okay.
mouthfeel and the body
Okay.
kind of reminds me of that a little
You know, a
bit.
little bit of the heavier and then the dark fruits.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
get a little fig. Do you get any peach on the palate? I'm not getting peach, but you
I
mentioned
got on the
peach
nose a
the
little
fruit-
bit, not
on the nose.
not
But,
on the palate, I don't think. Let's see.
yeah. Take another sip.
Nope. Yeah, no peach on the taste, but definitely that fig, maybe
Yeah.
a little plum or raisin is like
It's got a
big there.
lot of dark
Yeah.
fruit.
They're
And
big
that
time.
molasses, I mean, it's like black strap molasses, caramel, molasses, spice, fig. Wow. To go from the smoky mesquite to their just classic one, this is a diverse portfolio
I
that
like
they're
this,
building.
yeah.
What are your final thoughts, Chem, on Whiskey Del Bac Classic?
I like it. Yeah, it's I think it's unique in a good way. I like that it's got those like it's sort of the heavier mouthfeel, sort of like the bready, like I said, kind of along the lines of a nice Belgian beer, Belgian quad or triple, which I don't know if I've had that in too many other whiskeys or spirits before.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that stands out to me in a good way that I really like because we're both a big fan of that style of beer.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So definitely unique in a very good way for you.
yeah.
Cool. This is right up my wheelhouse in regards to what I look for out of a higher gravity. I mean, it's 90 proof, so it's not super high. It's just 10 over the average 80. But it's got a beautiful weight to it. It's got a lot of complexity, and it's got a lot of deep, dark
I
flavors.
thought of another word. It's meaty. This is a
Yes.
meaty whiskey.
Absolutely. This is definitely a meaty whiskey you could sink your teeth into. It will pair great with any cigar.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just the dark flavors and the earthiness. It's moody. This is really knocking my socks off, and I got to put it down because I'm going to keep sipping
Well
out of it. So, Whiskey Del Bac by Hamilton Distillers. This is incredible. Keep up the fantastic work, and I hope to visit you guys out there sometime in the near future.
Cheers.
Prost.